What is up, everybody? I love that beat to that little intro we got going now. But welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I read you those cryptocurrency news articles so you don't have to. Now, The Force Awakens with Bitcoin. I titled it that because I got a new toy yesterday, and it is just awesome. Whoa. Bam! Lightsaber. I did see the Star Wars Episode 3 20th anniversary last Saturday. It was freaking awesome. Made me want to buy this guy. Makes sounds. Hits up good. So the only thing is now is I need to buy another one to fight people with. So that would be super duper fun to do. But yeah, so I just wanted to show off that little toy I got for you. Now let's go over the news. What's going on with crypto today? Other than Bitcoin's price going up, like we see the crypto bubbles. Whoa. What's going on? Hold on. My screen totally just like revamped on me. Let's see. How can I switch this up? This one screen's over. Yeah, technical difficulties during the show. Hold on, I'm going to unplug this guy right now and then plug him back in. I think that did it. Yeah, usually I have a connection down here on my cable that sometimes gets loose. So I always try not to unplug it or touch it as much as possible, but sometimes people come in my office, work out here, move stuff around. It's like, how dare you? So here we go. Okay, I got the screen working again. So let's go through the news, take a look at what's going on in the crypto space. So you see from crypto bubbles, all the markets are doing quite well because Bitcoin's up 3.3%. We are seeing a price of 97,000. So are we going to reach 100,000 today? Or not today? Probably not today, but we may see 100,000 this week. So let's go. Let's reach that 100,000 mark. But what's causing this pipe? Like, who's adopting Bitcoin right now going on? Well, I got some articles to go through for that. So our first article is going to be about how Morgan Stanley is eyeing a crypto rollout for its E-Trade platform, says Bloomberg. So yes, Morgan Stanley reportedly plans to enable cryptocurrency trading on its E-Trade platform by 2026, marking a deeper push into digital assets amid a shifting U.S. regulatory landscape. So, now this isn't the first time JP Morgan was in it. Like they did roll it out to their like high rolling or high net value customers out there. But now it looks like it's finally going to come down to the people. So just common people using Morgan Stanley's bank and their E-Trade platform will be able to start trading crypto on there. So yeah, crypto's adoption is happening. So hence why we're seeing some nice price movement. But banking giant Morgan Stanley reportedly plans to list cryptocurrencies on its E-Trade investment brokerage and trading platform, according to a May 1st Bloomberg report. Now, the firm intends to list crypto assets on E-Trade in 2026. The plan is still in early development, and the bank is said to be exploring partnerships with established crypto firms to power the service's internal discussions about cryptocurrency support, and reportedly began in late 2024. So this has been going on, like I said, since a while ago, since they started offering it, but just not to everybody. But this would not be Morgan Stanley's first exposure to digital assets. The bank's wealthiest clients have had access to crypto exchange-traded funds and futures for some time now, with the firm's advisors allowed the pitch for Bitcoin ETFs since August 2024. Now, regulatory tailwinds are pushing crypto forward. The news follows previous reports that Morgan Stanley was considering adding cryptocurrency trading to its E-Trade online brokerage platform in early January, and the reports at the time cited that the expectations of a friendlier crypto regulatory environment is coming. Now, the move comes amid an increasingly favorable regulatory environment in the United States following the election of President Donald Trump, who campaigned on a pro-crypto platform and is personally involved in several blockchain ventures. Now, Morgan Stanley did not respond to Cointelegraph's inquiry about its publication, but let's talk about the first 30 days of Trump's administration, how they brought significant changes to the local crypto industry. So more recently, U.S. crypto proponents have shown optimism for following the swearing in of pro-crypto Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Paul Atkins, and the SEC had significantly changed its stance even before Atkins took office. In late February, the agency had already paused multiple cryptocurrency enforcement cases with imminent deadlines. Now, Trump's own involvement with the crypto industry paired with his pro-crypto stance has raised concerns over potential conflicts of interest, and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren recently called on the government's officials to address questions related to Trump's meme coin and his media company. Now, Senator John Ossoff recently expressed his support for the impeaching of Trump over his meeting of the top holders of his Trump official meme coin, and he said that he's granting his audience to people who buy his meme coin, adding that when the sitting president of the United States is selling access for what are effectively payments directly to him, there is no question that there rises to that level of an impeachable offense. Now, was Trump really the one doing it? Like, I remember going through a lot of articles too and seeing it's like, yeah, Trump's not so hands-on with it. He's for it, but it's like his team or people like made the coins for him, did that and all that. So it's not so much him doing it, rather like some team members doing it for him. So I just think that's kind of like misinformed, going, oh, he should be impeached because he has a one-way access to him of money flowing. It's like, no, that's not really what's going on. But he does have it. He does have some tokens out there. That's in his name. But yeah. So Morgan Stanley is Zion's crypto rollout. Just thought I'd share with you. So if you're wanting to try to use it, it's going to be hopefully rolled out in 2026. If you've been a very wealthy client of theirs, you've already had access since 2024. But that's our first Morgan Stanley news. Now, why is the price going up with Bitcoin and cryptos right now? Well, it's usually when Bitcoin or like some, maybe even Ethereum like starts pumping, we see the like momentum of like their capital flow into altcoins and whatever. So when we see bullish news on like Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's good signs for like where other coins could head. But we have another company adding Bitcoin to its balance sheet. I think this still needs to go more into depth because I only saw like a handful of articles on there. So got to wait to see if it's legitimate or not. But NVIDIA is adding Bitcoin to its balance sheets for stability. NVIDIA is to include Bitcoin on its balance sheet, citing financial stability, marking a major move in corporate crypto's adoption. So, corporations are getting in still too. We're just more and more news on top of it. It's like the adoption is here, guys. Like when we have like a president, U.S. state saying they want to acquire 1 million Bitcoin, like, is that going to happen? I don't know. We got Michael Saylor probably will be able to get, or the company strategy is going to get like 1 million probably by the end of this year. I think that's what Saylor said in one of his goals. And then we have Jack Mallers, and what are those two other banks? His company is kind of doing the same thing that Saylor doing. It's a lot bigger. So that one could acquire 1 million tokens as well at a faster rate. But again, can they actually get it? Because again, Bitcoin's scarce. There's only 21 million, 19 million in circulation. We got hodlers out there who are just holding on to their crypto for dear life, and like they don't plan on selling it. So it's like, when we see, again, how scarce this asset really gets is when we truly will see the true price. Because right now, Bitcoin's price should be way up there right now and everything, but it's still being kept down so big guys, big entities can get in at the lowest price possible. But once they tap like all the sources from miners, over the counters, as any way they can get it to not affect the price, they have to roll into exchanges, which we already know has such a low liquidity on there. Once they gobble that up, boom, price is going to whoa. So let's learn a little bit more about this NVIDIA buying some or adding Bitcoin to its balance sheet. So this is a bold move by tech giant. NVIDIA, the world's largest company by market capitalization, has reportedly added Bitcoin to its corporate balance sheets. While the exact amount remains undisclosed, the decision has caught the attention of both financial and the financial markets and the crypto community, according to sources. Now, the move is aimed at increasing stability amid volatile global economic conditions. And this step positions NVIDIA alongside a growing list of major corporations, including Tesla and MicroStrategy, now that are turning to Bitcoin as a hedge against the fiat currency risks and inflation. It also reflects a broader trend of institutional adoption, suggesting Bitcoin is gradually being seen not just as a speculative asset, but a legitimate store of value. So why Bitcoin and why now? NVIDIA's rationale for this decision is reportedly grounded in a desire for greater financial resilience. By diversifying its cash reserve with a decentralized asset like Bitcoin, the company hopes to mitigate risks associated with fiat currencies, devaluation, and market instability. Now, Bitcoin's finite supply and independence from government control makes it an appealing alternative to traditional reserve assets for a company like NVIDIA, deeply integrated into the tech sector and even crypto space, though its GPU products used for mining. This step also aligns with its broader digital-first strategy. Now, here is the tweet from Crypto Beast showing that breaking NVIDIA, the third largest company in the world, is to add an undisclosed amount of Bitcoin to the balance sheet for stability. So that was our announcement, and that's where this news is coming from. But let's talk about the market and industry. While the amount of Bitcoin purchased hasn't been disclosed, the symbolism of the move is significant. It reinforces the perception that Bitcoin is entering the mainstream of corporate finance, and investors are closely watching how this affects NVIDIA's financial performance and whether it inspires other tech giants to follow suit. Now, some experts believe that this will further fuel Bitcoin's adoption among major firms, particularly in tech, as they look to innovate ways to stabilize their treasury in uncertain times. So yeah, so this could be the start of that domino effect of boop, 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 just going down. Was like more tech giants start coming in, they start adding to their balance sheet. So, guys, Bitcoin is going to be gobbled up, and they love it because it can't be controlled by one entity. So some people out there may be thinking, well, if the government holds it, Saylor holds all the Bitcoin, doesn't that make them control of Bitcoin? No, they hold a lot of it, but they can't make more Bitcoin than the 21 million that's already out there. They can't change codes on the or change transactions on the blockchain at all. It's still uncontrollable. Like, so it's not in any of these guys. They hold a large amount of it, but it's not controlling Bitcoin at all. So just realize that. But that's NVIDIA's news for adding Bitcoin to its balance sheets. Now let's talk about Metaplanet. They're usually in the news for buying Bitcoin. We always get that all the time. It's like Saylor just added this much Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Metaplanet adds this much. But now we got some Metaplanet news on how they're going to be opening up a U.S. arm and plans to raise $250 million for Bitcoin strategy. So I wonder if this has to do with Eric Trump, because I think he was on his board. So maybe this got linked to it. But Metaplanet announced it will launch a US-based subsidiary to expand its Bitcoin accumulation strategy, aiming to raise up to $250 million and tap into US institutional investors. So Metaplanet, a Japanese company focused on accumulating Bitcoin, announced it will launch a United States-based subsidiary. In a May 1st ex post, Metaplanet announced the firm is launching a wholly owned subsidiary in Florida. Furthermore, the new subsidiary is expected to raise up to $250 million of capital to fuel its Bitcoin accumulation strategy and tap the U.S. institutional investors. Now, in a separate announcement, Metaplanet cites Miami as the city that will host the new subsidiary headquarters. The firm points to Florida as a particularly favorable environment. So yeah, where do you think our first club opened up? That was Florida, here in Sarasota. So yeah, Miami's just 2 hours away, or 3 hours. It's a quick drive. But Florida is rapidly emerging hub for Bitcoin-focused companies and financial innovation, recognized for its business-friendly policies and rising status as a global center of capital and technology. Now, the company explained that it decided to go to Florida due to its pro-Bitcoin environment, which purportedly led to Bitcoin corporate adoption and financial liberation. The new subsidiary is also expected to expand the company's operations into a new time zone. Now, Florida is a crypto stronghold right now, that's for sure. Metaplanet's commentary follows Florida's progress in becoming one of the most Bitcoin-friendly U.S. states. And in April, Florida's House Insurance and Banking Committee approved a bill that would allow the state treasury to invest Bitcoin. Now, the bill was proposed in early February, and the crypto industry has a strong foothold in Florida and is also intertwined with its political landscape. Now, two Republicans who received a combined $1.5 million from the crypto-backed Political Action Committee, Fairshake, will enter the U.S. House after winning special elections in Florida. Now, mid-February, analysis also showed that the Florida Retirement System State Board of Administration Fund held 160,470 Strategy shares worth $46 million at the time. Now, Strategy, previously known as MicroStrategy, is Metaplanet's big brother, a company entirely focused on just accumulating Bitcoin and its top corporate holders. Now, the report followed Florida Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Patronis, suggesting that the agency that manages the state's retirement funds to consider investing in Bitcoin. He shared his idea with the Florida State Board of Administration's Executive Director, Chris Spencer, in a letter sent in late October of 2024. Now, Metaplanet continues to grow. According to Metaplanet's website, the firm currently holds exactly 5,000 Bitcoin, worth $474.7 million at the time of writing. Now, while this is a far cry from Strategy's holdings, which exceeds 2% of all Bitcoin that will ever be mined, it is a 184% increase from the firm's holdings of 1,762 Bitcoin on its first day in 2025. Now, here's that chart showcasing their increase since they started, and yep, that is definitely a big increase. Like, are they caught up to El Salvador? I'm not sure. I think El Salvador hoards like 6,000 Bitcoin. But no, you just got to start now, because whoever gets in first will definitely be more beneficial. And that's why there's that saying, you get in at the price you deserve. So you didn't get it at $10,000, we're at $100, and you start buying it now. That's still the good time to buy, because then Bitcoin hits $1 million, you got it at $100,000. That's fine. You just had a 10x there, and Bitcoin is just going to continue to grow. So, guys, like, I'm not telling anyone to get in, just maybe just a little bit, just a tiny bit, guys. Just hold a little bit, and you will not regret it. I guarantee that. But let's continue on. So, at the beginning of April, Metaplanet announced its acquisition of 696 Bitcoin for 10.2 billion yen, or $67 million. Later that same month, the firm acquired 330 Bitcoin for $28.2 million at an average price of $85,605 per Bitcoin, and bringing its total holdings to 4,855. Then, toward the end of the month, the firm bought an additional 145 Bitcoin for 1.9 billion Japanese yen, boosting its total holdings to a 5,000 BTC landmark. So I was just going over just a little bit like how they've been acquiring it, like each quarter, each month, and again, it's like feels like it's weekly news when we see that. So I never cover them all the time, but like every say a week or two goes by, it's like Metaplanet's back in the news. They acquired more Bitcoin, guys. That's getting scarce. So better buy some before it's gone. But yeah, so they're moving their headquarters they're getting a subsidiary headquarters in the United States. So they are going to be expanding. And again, I still do think this was because of Eric Trump, our president's son, who is a part of their board team. I forget what exactly it is, but I feel like this had to do because of that. So that is our Metaplanet news and basically all of our Bitcoin news I have for you today. Now let's go take a quick commercial ad break, and then we'll be back with the rest of the news for you. So bear with me 1 second.
Ever felt left out of the crypto craze? Not anymore. Welcome to Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where community meets opportunity. Our clubs are popping up nationwide, from Sarasota to Nashville, Boston to St. Louis. Join us and unlock a world of benefits. Access all clubs worldwide, earn through referrals, and dive into specialized crypto education. Need help buying crypto? We've got you covered, often with reduced fees. But wait, there's more. Enjoy perks like Bitcoin ATMs, silver purchases, and exclusive investment opportunities. Our state-of-the-art facilities offer podcast rooms, event spaces, and co-working areas. Stay informed with FGTV, our exclusive crypto news and education channel. Choose your membership, from day passes to individual or company plans. Individual members get access for themselves plus 2 guests, perfect for bringing friends or family. Companies can bring up to 15 employees or guests, fostering team growth and networking. Connect, learn, and grow with like-minded crypto enthusiasts. Ready to join the revolution? Visit bitcoinbencryptoclub.com or call 562-526-0813 today. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, your gateway to crypto.
Oh, why did that ad end so fast? I thought I had like another split second before it went off. But we gotta update that ad because now our club's FGTV is now retitled BBTV. So definitely give us a look on YouTube too. We have all of our shows on there, minus our crypto classes. Those are only exclusive to club members, and you can watch that on our club website. And so, yeah, so let's continue on with the news. What else is going on? We have some Ripple news. Like I covered how Ripple's got competition now with Circle entering the field. And looks like they didn't like that because they placed a bid of up to $5 billion to acquire Circle, but the offer was turned down. So let's hear about it. So Ripple recently entered the stablecoin market, where Circle's USDC holds a dominant position there, but Tether is still the biggest one. Now, Ripple Labs attempted to acquire Circle's Internet Financial, the company behind the USDC stablecoin, with an offer between $4 billion and $5 billion. But the bid was turned down as undervalued, according to a Wednesday report from Bloomberg, first shared by Matthew Siegel, head of digital assets research at Van Eck. So yeah, here is the Circle Matthew Siegel's talking about it, but yeah, this does seem like it was pretty lowballed. So he was like, Circle's IPO update, because yeah, Circle would much rather go for an IPO than buying it, but at a rumored 4.6 billion equity valuation minus the 700 million cash for EV, Circle trades at. You got 10.4 to 16.8x adjacent with the EBITDA, includes 50 million stock. We got 25.6, 3.38.5, 24 in sales, cheaper than most fintech's peers on sales, but it's not cheap earnings. And here's been the first public statement of it. But according to the source with knowledge of the matter, Ripple is still eyeing the Circle acquisition, but has not determined if it will put forward another offer. Now, the attempted acquisition comes amid increased crypto M&A and IPO activity driven by rising token prices and growing investor interest. Now, several companies such as Kraken, BitGo, Gemini, and Bullish are considering going public in 2025, seizing on a pro-crypto business-friendly environment under the Trump administration. Now, earlier this month, Circle filed for an initial public offering, or an IPO, with the SEC seeking approval to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker Circle, SRCL. So it'll be on the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, NYSD. Yeah, so it'll be there in the stock exchange under that abbreviation. But however, a few days later, the company reportedly considered delaying its IPO plan due to the macroeconomic uncertainty influenced by recent U.S. trade policies. And other companies such as Klarna and StubHub are also pondering IPO delays. Now, the deal came into light after Ripple agreed to acquire prime brokerage firm Hidden Road for $1.25 billion. Now, in a recent interview with CNBC, Ripple President Monica Long said that an IPO is not part of Ripple's current agenda, emphasizing that the company is in a strong financial position with billions of dollars in cash reserves and does not need to raise funds or increase market exposure by going public at this time. Now, she noted that companies typically go public to raise capital or expand brand influence, but Ripple currently does not need either of those. The company is focused on growing the business and making strategic acquisitions instead of pursuing an IPO, even after settling its legal dispute with the SEC. Now, Ripple has entered the stablecoin race with RLUSD, but it has a long way to go to catch up to Circle's USDC. Now, as of May 1st, RLUSD had a market cap of $317 million, far behind USDC's $62 billion. And yeah, I think Tether has like a value of like 1.8 billion or 108 billion or 180. It's like 3 times higher than Circle. So I guess that would be why Ripple would go for Circle rather than Tether. But yeah, so they try to get it. They're not going to get it. And let's see if they continue going forward or not. But yeah, RLUSD still has a long way to go to catch up to the stablecoin market. Because again, Tether and Circle are dominating that field right now. And we'll see how far Ripple's RLUSD can go, as well as Trump's USD OneCoin as well. So stable coins are on the rise right now, so I'll keep you informed on what goes on. Now let's continue on with some more news on Sam Altman's eyeball scanning project, because it's about to hit the US at last. So remember back then when like the creator of ChatGPT rolled out like a crypto project, he made like this giant ball orb thing that you scan your retina for like proof of something, proof of if it's you. And if you scanned your eyeball, got it on the blockchain, you would have cheaper or faster transactions on their chain. So, but I was never for this. It's like, oh, I don't want this company or this chain to hold on to my biometric data. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be for it. But I still will be keeping you informed on what's going on with it, because there are some people who are interested. So Sam Altman eyeball scanning crypto hits the US. So the world has launched its biometric ID system stateside after years of regulatory hedging and global controversy. Now, the promise of free crypto and an exchange for your biometric data is now live in the US, courtesy of World, the eyeball scanning project co-founded by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. Now, it announced Wednesday that it is officially rolling out its orbs in 6 major American cities: Atlanta, Austin, Los Angeles, Miami, Nashville, and San Francisco. While it toured its orbs around the U.S. in earlier promotional efforts, it stopped short offering full services stateside. Now, the U.S. debut for World, formerly known as WorldCoin, comes far later than other jurisdictions across Europe, South America, Africa, and Asia. Previously, World's terms and conditions barred Americans from receiving its WLD crypto tokens, which are paid out to those who obtain a World ID through an eyeball scan due to its regulatory risk. But now, under Trump, it seems that's changed. The United States of America stand at the forefront of artificial intelligence innovation. Now it's time for the world's AI hub to embrace the essential counterpart, proof of human, and the World said in a statement that World launches in the USA at last. The title of its announcement reads, now globally, World claims more than 12 million people have already enrolled on its platform, with over 400,000 signing up in just the past week. Now, it believes this biometric credential is necessary proof of personhood in a world increasingly overrun by AI-generated content, a threat, ironically, Altman helped create through his leadership at OpenAI. Now, the company behind World Tools for Humanity argued that World ID is a privacy-first digital identity solution. Its co-founders, Altman and Alex Blania, tout cryptographic protections and claim that data remains on users' devices, not on central servers. But critics aren't exactly reassured. World has been the target of fierce backlash from privacy groups, data watchdogs, and regulators across the globe. Police in multiple countries have raided World outposts, which has led to the project being suspended in places like Hong Kong. And in Germany, regulators demanded in December that World delete biometric data over the GDPR violations and then it appealed the decision. In February, Brazilian regulators denied an appeal by World to lift restrictions on its operations in the country, and World said that its locations in Brazil would remain open to provide education and information to the public. Now, recruitment tactics have also drawn scrutiny. Reports allege that orb operators have coerced individuals into scans, and black markets have emerged where iris data is reportedly sold for as little as $30, so that's not good. Now, on Wednesday, World also released a slew of other announcements, including integrations with Tinder owner Match Group, prediction for Market Kashi and Visa Card, and charges for applications using World ID services. So they're still expanding, they're still working, but they did have a lot of scrutiny during the days when he first released the World coin, which obviously changed the world, but they violated some rules like in Germany, some stuff there. But it's all about proof of humanhood. So like he believes like, yeah, AI does have a problem out there, and that's why he did create this to solve that. So that's why we have a proof of humanness or humanoid. How do they call it? Proof of human. I gotta find that. Let's see. Proof of human. That's what it is. So it's a consensus mechanism out there. Like Bitcoin's consensus mechanism is known as proof of work. It takes miners to validate and solve blocks in the blockchain. If you have a token, say like Ethereum or Solana or Cardano, those run on a proof of stake consensus mechanism, where you usually lock tokens up for a certain amount of time to do the same thing a miner would do, still verify and validate transactions on the blockchain. But with proof of human, this is at least proving that it's you. So it looks like it could be an extra security thing that's just a problem that someone's trying to solve. Because there are still problems in the space, and we have projects out there trying to solve them as fast as they can. But that is their Sam Altman and eyeball scanning news. Just keeping you updated on that. And let's move on to our final article talking about what happened to Monero, our privacy token. Like XMR, it jumped 50%, but could be related to a $330 million BTC laundering program that happened. So yeah, so that was what was going on. If you want to know more about Monero or privacy coins, actually, that's going to be today's class at the Crypto Club. So if you're a member of the club, you would get a Zoom link, or you can come to any one of our clubs and watch it at 1:30 Eastern time. But yeah, we're going to talk about and do deep dives into privacy coins, how they work. So yeah, these classes are always great to learn. Now let's hear a little bit more about this price pump. So the incident was flagged by blockchain investigator Zach XBT, began when the BTC was transferred from a potential victim's wallet to a known suspicious address. Now, a suspected theft of 3,520 Bitcoin valued at approximately $330.7 million has triggered a sharp rally in Monero after stolen funds were laundered through multiple instant exchanges. Now, the incident flagged by blockchain investigator Zach XBT began when the BTC was transferred from a potential victim's wallet to a known suspicious address. The launderers swiftly moved the funds across more than 6 exchanges, converting large amounts of Bitcoin into Monero, a privacy-centric cryptocurrency renowned for its untraceable transaction. Now, Monero soars 50% to a multi-year high. With this sudden surge in demand, caused XMR's price to spike by 50%, reaching highs of $329, a level unseen in years. But as of now, the token is trading at $267, up 16.3% over the past day, according to data. And here's that tweet from Zach XBT. 9 hours ago, a suspicious transfer was made from a potential victim for 3,520 Bitcoin. The theft's address is right here. And then shortly after, the funds began to be laundered via 6 instant exchanges and was swapped for XMR, causing XMR's price to spike and also causing those coins to be a lot harder to track and find because of the privacy aspects of Monero's token data. Now, data from CoinGlass revealed that over $1 million in short positions were liquidated during the rally, further fueling upward pressure. Now, Monero's price breakout also coincided with growing anticipation around its upcoming EP159 and EP160 upgrade. These proposals aim to make Moneros more compliance-friendly by enabling users to prove transaction validity without revealing private details, a move an analysts believe could pave the way for Monero's relisting on major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase under Europe's new MiCA regulations. Now, notably, other privacy-focused tokens include Zcash, Dash, and Decred also posted notable gains. Now, Finnish authorities trace Monero in high-profile hacks. So despite the appeal of privacy tokens like Monero for offering enhanced anonymity, the National Bureau of Investigations in Finland reportedly made a significant progress in tracing XMR transactions as part of an investigation into the criminal trial of Julius Alexatiri Kivimaki. Now, Kivimaki stands accused of hacking a private mental health firm database and demanded ransomware payments in cryptocurrency. Last year, prosecutors revealed a crypto trail that led to Kivimaki's bank account, and the alleged hacker had supposedly demanded 40 Bitcoin, equivalent to approximately 450,000 euros at the time, in exchange for not exposing records to over 33,000 patients from the psychotherapy service provider Vastamo. Now, when the ransom went unpaid, Kivimaki reportedly targeted individual patients, and then Finnish police claimed that the hacker received payments in Bitcoin, sent the funds to a non-compliant Know Your Customer exchange, so yeah, the Know Your Customer, and then converted them into Monero and then transferred them to the dedicated Monero. So yeah, when they go to these platforms that don't require you to do KYC or Know Your Customer, that just means like they can do a little bit more hidden private, because when we have KYC out there, it's exchanges, off-ramps, on-ramps are being compliant with their local government. It helps against anti-money laundering laws out there. But if you find one that doesn't require you to do a KYC, then that just tells you the government will not know what you're doing on there, what you're trading for. So this is what they did to just move these coins to be a little bit more private. But subsequently, the funds were reportedly sent to Binance, where they were then exchanged for Bitcoin once again before moved to various other wallets. Now, the local authorities have maintained confidentiality and have not disclosed further details regarding their on-chain analysis. So we will probably keep following this, or we may just get word that this hack, when it happened, it's done. It's not, no one's going to get that money anymore. So just be aware of that. And if you're just curious about Monero and just you want to do some more research, like maybe you do want some privacy coins, like, I can keep my transactions even more private. Yeah, maybe I want to look into it. So yeah, attend one of our classes, join the club, and we can help teach you a little bit more about that. But that is all the news I have for you. Let's take a look at what the Fear and Greed Index is showcasing us for us today. We are at a 51. Let's click a quick little refresh. Yep, 51. We're still in neutral. We're just down a little bit. People aren't fearful. They're not greedy. Altcoin season went down by 1 point, so we're at 15 out of 100. So this is definitely Bitcoin season. I want this to be altcoin season now, but not too fast. So I'll make a couple more trades before I can have the pumps happen. But that is it for the news. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And yeah, sorry for being a little bit late today. I will be back tomorrow with some more crypto news for you. So stay strong, and may the force be with you. Take care, guys.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.